Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. So today I have the ZBD86 for you, battle rating 7.3, quote-unquote Chinese light tank. It's the same as the German and especially the Soviet original BMP-1. Same armament, same performance, same everything, except the color scheme, which I actually like. So I am here on the jungle map in the first scene, and this is a crazy cool scene. It's actually the scene that I just played before I made the video. And today I want to show you what I love about War Thunder, because I think very often it gets forgotten that I actually like the game. I just don't appreciate every single new addition. Talking about new addition, here M41 aggressively pushing me, but it actually was the German Leichter Kampfpanzer M41. So there is the other BMP-1, probably also the German one, dropping an artillery strike on him. Here's some other tanks, prepare myself, angle the tank in the right way. Very good ambush position. Do I have enough gun depression for the Type 61, a tank that I also like? Yeah, reverse a little bit, he fires and we finish him off. Actually a crew knockout, beautiful. And then the enemy BMP-1 fires an ATGM at me, and now I wait. This is really cheeky. Artillery strikes coming in, I marked myself the position, fire, boom! Yeah, that's great. Triple kill. So cool. Yes! That was fun, that was cool, and it is also good looking on YouTube, I guess. So there is another M41, Walker Bulldog, maybe the same guy, trying his luck again. We stun him, cannon breach, gunner, missile just for good measure, and that is 4 kills. Okay, that was a little bit too much luck, but talking about luck, here is a Panther 2. We actually scout him through the rock, he doesn't point the gun at us, and we stun him, turret ring and gunner. And you know, such a tank is big. So I actually wanted to knock out the gun breach. Maybe I did. It's orange. Here the entire turret crew is now dead. We fire an ATGM to just finish him off before he can do any sort of shenanigans with us, with his gun. And then I think to myself, well, that was a good run. Let's do more of that. So where is the rest of the enemy team? Look, I held this flank as a frontline light tank by myself. I tried to scout, I tried to win the flanking battle, I did great damage to the enemy team in what, not even 2 minutes. And then I get set on fire, so that gave away that there is an enemy tank somewhere. I think he is right next to the stone. Yeah, there he is. And I just wait. What should I do? Should I go around the side of my cover? Nah, common sense overtook here control, and I turned the tank around and tried to hold the position. But then, you know, something. There is an enemy tank and there is an enemy tank. Let's bait the shot. Come on, and we go. And indeed, he whiffs the shot. And then I get really greedy, and this is taking way too much time. Aim for the ammo. Kill number 6, but I have to pay with my life for that. But that was so cool. So, you can hear the helicopters. I gladly got away with them. I scout the heavy tank, get into cover, check the situation. He's looking around, but not my way. Beautiful, beautiful ammo snipe here. And that is one aspect that I really love. Wide open maps, whereas a light tank, you have room, you have air to breathe, to move around. And I think a lot of those maps that I think the majority of the War Thunder community seems to like are those close quarters maps where you don't have to drive for that long. And if you look now to the left side of the map in the 2 and 3 line, there is the objective and there is a city in it. What people really seem to dislike, in a nutshell, which I can understand, which is the same for, you know, Fulda Gap map and also for Kursk. You drive and drive and drive for a very long time to get one shot anyway in a close quarter situation, because then the objective is, you know, in the middle of a village. I don't like driving on such open maps, especially as a heavy tank, to then just get farmed from somewhere. By a helicopter, by a plane because somebody rushed B in potato truck, or by a light tank with very good armament. And so I can fully understand this, but as a light tank driver, as a medium tank driver, where I want to use my map knowledge, you know, and I want patience to get rewarded with beautiful shots like these. I need room to maneuver. And I don't want to get, you know, thrown into a pit of rattlesnakes on crack to fight with and try to get away with, aka top tier. I enjoy this not so fast paced, this playstyle where you have a few moments to think and make decisions that then dictate the outcome of the match later on. Flanking, working together with your team, dropping artillery strikes, scouting, getting the important kills. And I think this tank has it all. It has a good stock grind, but aside from this, it also has the combination of the 73mm low velocity gun and this ATGM. And then sometimes you really can feel those golden moments. Now, back in the days when I played my Tiger 2, I often got told I'm a stupid wearaboo and I should learn to play, and German teams are really dumb. Now, I argued that light tank mobility very often makes the armor of tanks irrelevant. Now watch this, watch this. I let the first Tiger 2 pass. Panther 2, I panicked a little bit and saw him aiming at me. I finish him off with the ATGM. Hey, I get ignored by those guys. I've got nothing. That was so cool, and I was just facepalming so hard after those 3 kills. I was just, they were right. The people in the comments were right. German team members. Yeah, and you know, that is true for any nation. It can happen to you with Soviet teams, with British teams, or Allied teams in general, not just only in RRP, also in tank RP. It just is always kind of a roll with the dice, which kind of grade of teammates you get. There is a Ferdinand, and obviously I want to immobilize him, because Casemate Tank Destroyer, I kind of dump the shell into the mud guard, and then I have to use as a backup the ATGM. I scout the Panther 2 here quickly, and then I get greedy and I want to finish off this guy. And yeah, I hang out in this location a bit too long, but I got the kill on the Ferdinand anyway. Now, this is kind of the summary gameplay. And again, I have to hasten to add that it is this last scene till the very end of the video. It's not about the kills. It's not about any sort of crazy stuff that's happening. I very often come to the conclusion when crazy stuff happens, like in the very first scene, or like with those German teams, something goes awfully wrong or something goes awfully right. Either way, this is what I kind of have to endure too often. With light tanks, they have great mobility, great handling, and very often too good firepower for their battle rating. And with this, on this map, this is a little bit of a funny, sad story, because this was the second battle I ever played with this tank. Not with the BMP-1, but here the Chinese ZBD86. It's the first time in 2 or 3 weeks that I get this map in this game mode. And I actually like this map. I get the small version here all the time, but this big version, very rarely. And I'm talking about less than 1%, you know, despite me liking the map. But I get the map, the game mode too often. Now, what I want to say is I love wide open maps. They just look much more beautiful. You can plan ahead better. You can play for the flanking battle. And here I waste here a little bit of missile because I think he just shot it down with the machine gun. It didn't hit the wooden pole, but anyways. So driver's knocked out, horizontal turret drive, he has his hands full, and cannon breach. So he is really done. And in fact, Jagdpanzer 45 knocks him out. Now, the important part here is I want to flank, right? I want to maneuver. I want to really get rewarded for my thoughtful planning and tactical thinking, right? And not just being a rattlesnake on crack, getting thrown into a pit of other rattlesnakes on crack to decide who can shoot faster, which is a little bit the top tier meta. And I think this is why I actually had such fun with this tank. You know, in a lot of the comment sections I get asked, why do you play even War Thunder if you ran so much? The answer is because as nasty as War Thunder can be, if it works, if you have fun, it's the greatest game that there is. I'm playing this game for a reason for that long. And one aspect are long-range tank battles. I never had anything comparable like this scene, for example, in World of Tanks or even Armored Warfare, which I also tried to begin to play. And you know, the simple range is just not there. This is why I have this deep feeling that those close quarters maps are a waste of Gaijin's or War Thunder's potential, wasted at the hands of Gaijins. But you know, I'm not ranting. I try to show you what I enjoy. And so here I love to scout, I love to flank, I love to, you know, try to make the important kills. And again, that was actually only the second battle ever, and it was therefore the only time that I got Mostock, sadly. Nonetheless, I enjoyed it thoroughly, and this is why I want to show you this battle. So, long range kill for this gun with that muzzle velocity on those anti-tank grenades on an M41 Walker Bulldog. And we scout on, and I try my best. Yes, I wasted a lot of shells. Yes, it's far from a perfect game, but it's not about the kills. It's just that it is not a city map. I could rant for days about every single thing that is broken in War Thunder, and all too often I also do, but sometimes you have to really enjoy the nice stuff. So another thing is why I love this tank, because I never saw a night battle with this tank, point number one. Point number two, I very rarely see helicopters. And point number three, not every tank that is running around, you know, has a stabilizer where you just get sniped on the move from like 2 kilometers away. So it's kind of a little bit the last glimpse of old school tank gameplay. Sure, it has this ATGM. Sure, it has this anti-tank heat shells. But you know, it's not crazy overpowered if you think about the lower battle rating tanks like the M50 Ontos at 6.7 with those 6 recoilless rifles which you can fire at once, or the USH 405. Those tanks, in my opinion, are not good for the fairness factor, but that might be me. Anyways, all good things have to come to an end, and as I said, it's not about the ultra crazy scenes, although I think that the first scene versus the approaching and advancing German light tank team, as well as then the heavy division later on, was really fun with the triple kill where they just simply ignored me. And the other scenes, I hope that it was kind of showing you what I really like. So here I try to still flank on, and you can see I am the most forward tank. Maybe I'm overextending already, and maybe somebody is already on its way to revenge kill me. But it doesn't really matter because I had fun. And you know, fun is something very subjective, something very personal. It doesn't really matter if you don't agree, but such maps I absolutely love, and I made already videos on large maps, map discussion. I think I discussed everything in War Thunder 2 or 3 times over, and you know, the times of ranting I think are a little bit over because Gaijin will never change. Don't care about the game, just pick your part that you have fun with and stick with it. And that's all that there is to it. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Give the video a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and as usual, we will see each other on the ways, in the skies, and on the battlefields of War Thunder.